Hi guys, thanks for checking out my newest video. This is a bit of a investigation, if you like, into a investment opportunity which I came across as an advertisement on a site a couple of days ago. Due to the weekend, I've been unable to actually clarify my suspicions by speaking to the relevant people. So I've left it till today, which is Monday the 24th of July 2017, to do this video because I want to do the phone calls live. I want you to see and hear firsthand, from the horse's mouth, if you like, clarification that I believe that Roly Investments, or Roly Investments, whatever you want to call it, in my opinion is a scam, and it's something that you should stay well away from. First of all, it's a high yield investment platform. It's a hype. That's the first thing. Generally speaking, hypes are only very good for a very short period of time. I mean, I don't join hypes at all. I just don't believe in joining them, and I certainly would never promote them. But I have seen some people promote, and it's not a heavily promoted business at the moment. But with all opportunities online, at some point they generally become quite popular. Lots of people will join and start promoting, and at that point lots of people will start to lose out. So I want to put this out here now, so that you can, if you're checking this on YouTube and you've come across this because you're doing your due diligence, well, I've done it for you. So I hope that this video will be of some use to you and will save you from losing money, by investing into something that in my opinion is a scam. So first of all, let's just go through the website very quickly. I want to show you a couple of inconsistencies that I found on the website. I will explain now that this video will be cut down. Okay, the actual raw footage for this video is going to be quite long, but I'm going to cut out a lot of the in between page loading on the website and different bits and pieces I'm going to cut out to try and make this as compact as possible. But I do want you to see and hear exactly what I'm doing, so that you can do your own due diligence in the future. But I also want you to specifically hear the phone calls that I'm going to make to Companies House, which is in the UK. It is the central organisation that deals with all companies that register in the UK as a limited company, and also the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority, which is the UK version of the SEC. But I'm going to phone these two places very shortly. Please watch on so you can get to that part, and you will hear for yourself the evidence that I think I'm going to get. Okay, now I've not phoned them already. I don't know what they're going to say. This is completely off the cuff. Okay, so please bear with me until we get to that part. But first of all, let's just go through the website. You'll probably see anyway, almost within the first few minutes of this video, you're going to see why this is not a business that you want to join, and the lengths that scammers will actually go to try and get you to part with your money, so that ultimately they can rob you and thieve your money. So Roly Investments, investment in reliability, security and passion. Okay, reliability, security and passion. So Roly Investments is a community of retired former hedge fund banks that have over 17 years of experience on Wall Street. The team behind Roly Investment consists of 10 members who are retired traders of Quantum Funds, Bridgewater Associates, JP Morgan Asset Management and Man Group. In 2009, the cryptocurrency market began to turn Wall Street on its head. The team has been working for 7 years in this market. We perfected our ability to trade in the crypto market so that we could double invested capital on the very same day it was invested. Okay, now for anybody to double your money on the very same day it was invested is an astronomical claim in the first place. Okay, so let's move down. I'm not going to play these videos and whatnot. If you want to check the website out, it's roly-investment.org. okay, roly-investment.org. okay, so you can go to their website and have a look yourself, but I beg you, please do not join them. Okay, now they currently suggest that they've got over 4,000 members at the moment, and I'm presuming that this is the amount of money that they've generated. It doesn't say whether it's the money they've generated or the money that's been invested or whatever it might be. But 603.76 bitcoins, okay, which is it's quite a lot of money. So we've got trading in the cryptocurrencies is the safest trade that can be made on the stock exchange. Just with Bitcoin, we have invested billions in our former Wall Street employers. We are in a digital age, and there is only one way to achieve a cashless life. Okay, yeah, one way to achieve a cashless life is by letting somebody take all your cash, so you've got none. Safety: if Roly Investment Limited is unprofitable over the course of 1 week, your deposit will be protected with insurance and will not have to worry about it. Now, I've looked through the website, and let me just explain that is not a standard. Okay, in order for this business to so-called protect your money with insurance, you have to select it when you purchase your packs or invest money in them. If you don't, your returns are going to be less. Okay, so if you haven't got insurance, if you haven't got insurance, your returns will be more, but there's no guarantee of returns. Okay, now the simple fact that it says if they're unprofitable over the course of 1 week, but yet up here it says we've perfected our ability to trade so that we could double invested capital the very same day. So there should really be no reason why they should be worried about not giving you, about being unprofitable for a week or more. Corporate network, I'm not going to go through that, it's just gibberish. This is your investment packages. As with all high yield investment platforms, with all HIPs, they generally have an investment calculator. Now, let's say you invested 1 BTC. Okay, let's say you invested 1 Bitcoin, which is about, well, I haven't checked today what the value is, but it's about, I think it's over $2,500 at the moment. You invest 1 Bitcoin, you would make a total profit of 2.9 Bitcoins with a monthly yield of 21 to 24%, a monthly profit of 0.243, and your investment will run for 365 days, okay, with a weekly profit of 0.06 Bitcoin. That's with your insurance on. Okay, now if I take the insurance off, you see it jumps from 21 to 24 to 26 to 29%. And if you look here at total profit, that will change as well from 2.92 to 3.53 Bitcoin. Now that sounds great. A lot of people are going to look at that and they're going to be, they're going to be amazed at the returns that they can get, and then they're going to part with their money. But don't. I'm not trying to promote what you're going to earn from this. I'm trying to show you why you should not be involved with Roly Investments. Now here it gives you the investments that you can join at. It tells you your monthly yields here, and the running time is 365 days. Right, now this is, when I look at a website, when I look at a business, this is the information that interests me more than what it's going to offer me in returns. Okay, because it doesn't matter what the returns offered may be if the company is not a legitimate company. Okay, which completely makes sense. So let me just explain this here. And let me just go through this here. We've got Roly Investments Limited, so we've got their impressum basically. We've got their telephone number. We've got an address there as well. And over here we've got a license. Okay, now this made me laugh. This is probably the worst I've ever seen when doing investigations into programs. I'm going to click on this, and I've already got it open here, but just to prove it to you, I'm going to reopen it by clicking that. Okay, now the trading license. Okay, trading. Pay close attention. Trading license. Now, first of all, the first thing that I noticed, first thing that my eyes were drawn to, was this here, where it says Company's House. Look at the font that's used. Now, it's very similar to the logo, but if this was a legitimate certificate, that company name there, Company's House, would look identical to this. Albeit this is on top of each other and this is next to each other. But look at the gap between each letter here, and then look, literally non-existent gap between the letters here. And also the colour. The colour of the text here, Company's House, is not black. It's a dark grey, but it's not black. But here it's black. Now, that first of all is what drew my attention to this particular certificate and made me investigate a little bit more. Now, I've got my own company. I've got my own Company's House certificates, and that is not how their logo is displayed. Okay. So let's read on. The Register of Companies for England and Wales, investment licence to operate as a private company limited by shares. Now that sentence on its own does not make sense. It's not grammatically correct. The Register of Companies for England and Wales, investment licence to operate as a private company limited by shares. Okay, now that should say Companies House, the Register of Companies for England and Wales, certifies that this is an investment licence to operate, or something along those lines. I don't know what it would say, because it wouldn't say it anyway. I can't even explain how much bullshit that this is. And if you read on, this is to certify that Roly Investments Limited is this day authorised to operate as a private company, that the company is limited by shares and the situation of its registered office is in England and Wales. Now, it does not say there anywhere that Roly Investment is certified to operate with an investment licence. It doesn't say it there, and it should. The other thing as well, look here, Roly Investment Limited is this day authorised to opiati, I don't know how to pronounce that, but that certainly is not a mistake that a government organisation would make on a certificate. Okay, they would not make a spelling mistake on a certificate. So that's the third thing with this certificate that makes me concerned about this particular business. They have fraudulently, as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to find out shortly, but they have fraudulently created a certificate which they are displaying as a license to operate as an investment company. Okay, and it's fraudulent. Okay, it does not exist. The other thing as well is Companies House only register companies. That's all they do. They do not authorise anything to do with financial services at all. They do not do it. It is not in their remit. All they do is register the company and keep registration details of those companies that have been registered. In the UK, the people that deal with investment licences and trading licences is the Financial Conduct Authority, which is these guys here, who I'm going to be phoning very shortly. Okay, so the simple fact that the website, number one, offers such high returns. Secondly, they've got a supposed license displayed on their website which is grammatically incorrect, has spelling mistakes, and is actually, as far as I'm concerned, fraudulent. And I'll tell you why I think it's fraudulent even more so in a minute, and I'll show you why as well. Now let's have a look at the address, because we've got an address here. So if I go to Google Maps, and we'll bring this up, 48 Kennedy Square, Manchester. I know a lot of you that watch my videos seem to think that I go on quite a lot. But the only reason that I do that is because this is so important to do your due diligence. It is so important to protect yourself and your hard-earned cash from businesses and people that are solely set out to scam you and to rob you. So this is where their supposed business is. Okay, 48 Kennedy Square, Manchester. In fact, it shows a picture of a tall building here as well. Okay, now I don't know if that building exists or not. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop the little man right there. And we're going to do a street view. We're going to see if that building actually exists in that location. Okay, we've got a couple of pubs. Now, there's a tall building. That's only 4 stories high or 5 stories high. That there alone already shows that that's a much higher building, and it certainly doesn't look like that building. So let's have a, how do we zoom out? Let's zoom out, and we'll go to, I think we're already on. Okay, right, now I'm not sure how to change it, tilt the view, control plus mouse drag for full 3D. Right, control. There we go. That's how we do it. Now let's have a look and see if we can find that building in the local vicinity. This here is 48 Kennedy Street. Okay, I don't know if you can read that. Kennedy Street is right there. Zoom in a bit. Okay, now let's have a look back at this image. This image there. Okay, it could be this building here. It could be a view of this building here. Let's see if we can get a little bit closer and have a look. Control. There's a possibility, but I don't think it is. But then again, it could. I think it is. I think it is, guys. I think that there. I think that this building here is that image there. Okay, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 windows across. You got 1, 2, 3. You've got 5 windows across. You have this grey part here and here, which shows there and there. So there is there's a potential that is the building that they are supposedly in. Now let's move on. So we've seen the BLAG trading license. Okay, we go and have a look on the Companies House website. Okay, with Roly Investment Limited. Let's do the overview. Okay, it says the registered office is 70 Tolkith Road, Preston. Okay, now on their website they should state their registered office, but the address is completely different. So we've got 48 Kennedy Square, Manchester, or Kennedy Street, Manchester, and here we've got 70 Tolkith Road, Preston. Now I have checked this address. So number 70 Tolkith Road. Okay, so let's now drop our little man right there, and we'll take a look. Okay, now that's Swansea Street or something. This is okay. Now this is Tolkith Road. This says this is number 70, which says we're at number 70. But what we're going to do, we're going to have a look for a house number somewhere. Okay, we'll see if we can see any house numbers. That looks like 44, 64, 66. Cannot see the house number there, or the property number, but that would be number 68. So we'll just zip up here and see if we can find another house number. Let's see if we've missed it. I think we've gone past. But ultimately what I'm trying to get at, guys, is that this is not the location that you would expect. Can't see any house numbers there. 116, that's 116 there. Okay, but this is not the location, okay, you would expect a business of that magnitude being located. You would expect them to have a legitimate office somewhere, or a rented office within a complex. Okay, but they don't. They haven't got that. Okay, so that's that kind of worries me. They was only incorporated on the 4th of April 2017, so it's relatively new. It says in the nature of the business is financial management. There wouldn't be any filing history apart from the initial application to register, which is there, your incorporation. And the people involved, we have a Daniel Warner. Okay, the correspondence address is the same as the registered address. Okay, he's a director. He is November 1978, so he's 38, he's 39 in November. Director appointed the 4th of April. Now, I have tried to search for this Daniel Warner on Facebook, and I can't find anybody on there that is connected to Roly Investments. Okay, so I can't verify, clarify, or deny that this Daniel Warner is a real person or not. I just cannot find any information that would link the Daniel Warners that I found on Facebook to this company. Okay, so now let's get down to the nitty gritty. Okay, Financial Conduct Authority. I have tried to search. This is the Financial Services Register. Okay, remember that they registered their company as a financial. Come back to it. Financial services, financial management. Okay, we will try. It says here that you can try. Where's the search? So we delete that. It says here we can search by company, person, product, reference number, or postcode. Okay, so we'll search by company, which is Roly Investments. You'll see that I've already tried doing this. Okay, so we've got Roly or Roly. Trading or brand name. We've got nothing here, but these are payment services, individual firm, payment services, Roly newspapers, Roly.com. So this is all of the businesses with the word Roly in it. Even this one, for Roly Sis or something, for Roly Size, it's got the Roly in it, and even here it's got Roly in that name as well. So this will bring up, if this business is registered, it will bring it up on this register. Okay, now there are a lot of pages. There's 2,000. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of them in that respect. What I'm going to do is search for the name directly. Roly Investment. There we go. No results on a register for Roly Investment. Remember, it says we can search for the person. You can see that I've already checked it anyway, but there, see, but we're just going to do it again. So we'll search the register and no results for Daniel Warner. Okay, and then we've got the postcode as well. Okay, now we know the postcode was, let's try that one, PR2 1AQ, and there is, guess what, no results. And what we're going to do as well is we're just going to check the postcode here as well, seeing as that's the one that's on their website. No results, guys. So what do? We can't just base our decision on that. We need more clarification, if you like. So what we're going to do is we're going to phone, actually we'll phone Companies House first of all, dealt with them before, and we're going to ask them about the company and see if we can get the information from there.
Welcome to Companies House. For training and quality monitoring purposes, your call may be recorded. Hello, Companies House, Jenny speaking. How can I help you?
Hello there. I'm just after some information, if at all possible. I'm kind of investigating a company which I believe to be a fraudulent investment company, but the company is suggesting that Companies House has issued.
Can I please take a company number from you a moment and I can have a quick look at the filings that are required for this company?
Of course, just bear with me. It is 1070
Yeah.
8856.
Okay, so Roly Investments Limited.
Yeah.
So are you a director of this company?
No, I'm not the director. No, I'm acting on behalf of people who may be investing in the company in order to be scammed and ripped off.
Right, well this company is still showing as an active company at the moment with ourselves. We don't have any investigatory rights. I can maybe give you a telephone number that you might be able to get in touch with.
After this call I'm going to contact the FCA, but what I wanted, the main thing I wanted to ask you is on their website, and I don't know if you've got access to the internet to look at this yourself, but they are purporting, and they've got a certificate on their website that suggests that Companies House has given them a license to trade investments.
Well, regarding Companies House, we are only the registrar of companies' documents.
Yes, I know, I understand that.
So we don't give any license for any company to run as any financial services. You'd have to speak with the FCA regarding that.
Yeah. But obviously, I mean, I can tell that the certificate is fraudulent because of the font used. I do this quite a lot. I investigate companies online.
Well, then you're going to have to get in touch with Action Fraud then, sir, because as I say, Companies House, we don't have any investigatory rights. We are only the registrar of the company's documents. I can give you Action Fraud number if you wish to speak with them.
Well, I'm sitting on the internet at the moment, so I can get their number. I just wanted to point out to you that somebody is suggesting that Companies House has issued them a license to trade, which I know is false. I deal with this kind of thing all the time, and I know it's false. I know it's a fraudulent certificate, but it's got your stamp on it.
You're going to have to put this in writing to inquiries@companieshouse.gov.uk by email, or handwrite a letter into Companies House if you're looking to make any complaints against the company. As I say, we don't have any investigatory rights. We are only the registrar of the documents. So as you said, you're going to speak with the FCA, have a word with them, and also Action Fraud.
Yeah, which I will do. But again, as I'm trying to explain, is they're using your seal and your stamp.
Yeah, I understand, sir, but you have to put this into evidence in writing so they can have a look at it. Right.
Okay. All right, I'll do that this afternoon. Okay.
Okay then.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Right. Well, you can see that they don't actually seem too bothered. Now, the thing about Companies House is that they literally, all they do is hold the registration details for companies. Okay. Regardless to that, any company should be concerned if somebody is fraudulently using their name or their seal of approval or their stamp for fraudulent activities. Okay, so that really should have been taken a lot more seriously, and I'm very, very surprised that wasn't taken seriously. Now, all my phone calls are recorded, so I'm going to listen back to that later. I'll get her name, and I'll write to Companies House and I'll let them know. Okay, but anyway, that's the first thing. So Companies House do not, and you've heard it from the horse's mouth, Companies House do not offer licenses of any description. Okay, I don't offer licenses of any description to any company. All they do is offer a certificate of incorporation. Okay, and that's it. All right, so that's the first thing. The second thing is we're going to call Financial Conduct Authority, which is 0800 111 6768. So now we're going to call these guys and see what they have to say.
Welcome to the Financial Conduct Authority. If you're a business, please press 1. If you're calling to discuss a financial service or product you have bought, please press 2.
Hi and welcome to the Financial Conduct Authority. My name's Seth. May I start by taking your name, please?
Yeah, it's Daniel Elliott.
Hi Daniel, and what's the main reason for your call, sir?
I'm basically I work as a network marketer, and I do my own investigations into companies online to see whether or not they are legitimate or fraudulent. Now, I've come across a company which I believe to be fraudulent. I can't find information on your website regarding them. They're a financial services website, and I was hoping that you might be able to. I may have been searching wrong, so I was hoping you might be able to help me out in finding information that would be found on your website.
Okay, we'll certainly have a look into that for you. What I'll do first is just take a few of your details to create a reference call.
Okay.
And then I'll go through the company and what I find from there.
Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, what's the name of the company that you're trying to find?
It's Roly Investment Limited. That's ROLY Investment Limited. Yeah.
Okay, and what kind of investments are they dealing with?
Right. They suggest that they're traders, and that they currently, this particular business is trading in cryptocurrencies. On Companies House, it shows their business is registered as a financial services. Obviously, any financial service, I would assume, would be registered through the FCA.
So the investment they're doing is specifically in like cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And do you know how it's actually structured in terms of how it actually works? Like a transaction or?
Yeah, basically what a customer would do would invest an amount of money, and the company would give back a return. It's a high yield investment platform, and they're offering returns of 20-something% per month over 365 days.
But then you kind of just, as a consumer, you just put the money in the firm, does their thing from there.
Yeah, you'd give them the money, and then they would do all of the trading and invest, everything else, and then they would just give you a return on your investment. I mean, are you able to access the internet outside of your network?
Yeah, I'm on there. Yeah, I'm on the. I'm on there now. I'm there now having a look at.
Okay.
Search Roly Investment as well. So I am having a look to see what I can find for you.
Okay.
On this.
You see, the thing that initially sort of got me concerned about this particular business is if you're on their website and you scroll to the very bottom, in the footer on the right hand side there is a license. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, I was just looking at that.
If you look at that,
nice big spelling error on it as well.
Yes, yeah. And also I've spoken to Companies House and asked that I already know this anyway, but I've spoken to Companies House just for reference, and I know they don't give licenses for anything, but that's a fraudulent license that they've produced.
Yeah, I think that was the other thing I picked up on when they're saying that they are where they're saying it's an investment license.
Yes.
So there isn't such a thing. A firm is simply authorised by us to carry out regulated activity.
I mean, it's the whole paragraphs are grammatically incorrect anyway, and then in the main paragraph of the certificate, there's a spelling mistake in there as well. But I mean, I understand. I know that that's a fraudulent certificate, and I've spoken to Companies House, and they don't seem to be too concerned about it. But I'm trying to find from the horse's mouth, so to speak, whether or not this firm has actually registered with yourselves, so that I can obviously let the people that follow me know that they're going to lose money and it's a fraudulent company.
Well, in terms of the company, having a look at them, because I can't see anything on there that suggests they may need to be authorised. Because even if they're doing an investment, in something like Bitcoin, that's not something that's a regulated activity.
Okay.
But there are certainly some of the concerns that you've pointed out are certain things that I would be concerned about. Is that it's not regulated, but then there's things like this license, which as you've confirmed, Companies House, they don't give out.
Yeah.
And that for me on its own would be enough suggestion to say it's a good idea to steer clear of this company.
Okay. Do you have any plans in the future to regulate these particular companies?
With something like Bitcoin, depending on exactly how it's structured, there may be an element of it which is regulated.
Okay.
But in terms of the itself, in terms of a blanket thing, there isn't anything I'm aware of. But it is something that we are. It is something that we are, of course, aware of. People look for alternative investments. So it might be something that we also want to keep half an eye on.
Yeah.
So it's not. Yeah. So I think in terms of as it stands at the moment, Bitcoin itself isn't regulated. But if there are products out there that we're aware of, where the way it's set up may mean that it falls within our remit.
Okay.
So in some instances it can be regulated depending on how they set the product up.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but with this company, where there are some of the things where on the website, where it's asking about, where it kind of suggests that this investment license is the big one for me. That isn't something that a company will normally say.
Who would be the best people to speak to about this particular program? I mean, obviously, if the company was registered in America, I would get in touch with the SEC. But the company itself, Roly Investments, is registered in the UK. It seems to me, and this is a little bit of a gripe, but it seems to me that the UK kind of, there's very little. What's the word I'm thinking of? There's very little that the government seem to do in order to regulate companies being formed here. A lot of scams now seem to be registered in the UK because they almost can get away with it. The Companies House don't ask for proof of who you are, like a KYC. So anybody can create a company using any name they want as their contact name. And there's no way that anyone can do anything about it. I know that's not down to you. It's not your organisation, but it just seems crazy. So I'm unsure who to speak to in respect. Go on.
I would suggest someone like perhaps like Action Fraud to see if it's something they might want to look into.
Right. Okay.
And from there, because they kind of generally catch all fraud, as it were. So it's not like it needs to be a specific type for them to have a look into it.
Yeah.
But if you guide them to what you have done with me today, for example, they can at least start to have a look at that. As I say, I've still made a note of what you've shown me so far. What I've seen here. But the next step would be perhaps speaking to Action Fraud and seeing if it's something that they may take on and have a look at.
Right.
I've also got the phone number for them here for you. Have you got a pen and paper to
for Action Fraud? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's
0300 123 2040. Okay, fabulous. I'll give them a call once I've finished here with yourself. But just to confirm, you don't regulate at the moment Bitcoin investments. And
so yeah, that's correct. So Bitcoin as a whole isn't regulated by us. However, there are some investments out there which, depending on how they're structured, it may parts of the way the product works or the service that the firm will offer works may kind of touch on regulated activities, and so that part of it would be regulated.
Right. Okay. And there's no record of them at all on your system.
No, nothing right. Here on the register for them that I'm seeing about this company.
Okay, I'm sorry I know I've just asked you that like 2 or 3 times during this conversation, but I just wanted to just to make 100% sure that I'm not making any mistakes here myself. So, right, okay. Well,
absolutely fine, Daniel. There's no problem at all.
Brilliant. Okay, well, I appreciate your help and your time. Thank you very much, and I'll give Action Fraud a ring now.
Wonderful, and thank you very much for giving us a call today, Daniel.
Thanks again.
All right, bye.
Bye. Okay, so Guy from the Financial Conduct Authority is suggesting that Bitcoin as a whole, as we know anyway, Bitcoin's not regulated, but these particular investment platforms are not regulated either, which makes things very difficult for people that are looking for a legitimate way to to make money online. That's not to say, that Bitcoin trading, the platform itself is not regulated in other countries. Okay, I know in the USA you have to have a license, for example, and I think that you need a license for, I might be wrong, but I'm sure you need a license for every state. At least some states require you to have a license individually for them. Whereas in the UK, our government seem a little bit relaxed, which is now making the UK a haven for people who are looking to scam people, which is unfortunate because I live in the UK and I'm in the process of putting my own business together, and it makes things difficult. It gives us a bad name. Okay, so bear that in mind. Okay, now I'm going to give Action Fraud a ring. I'm going to see what they have to say. Okay. 00123240. So we'll see what Action Fraud have to say and see if there's anything that they can do.
Calling Action Fraud, the National Fraud and Cybercrime Reporting Centre. Calls may be recorded for training purposes, and details of any crime reported may be shared with other appropriate agencies. Please be aware that you may be committing a criminal offence if you have knowingly made a false report. On average, it takes around 10 minutes.
Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Action Fraud. You're through to Mark. Can I start by taking your name, please?
Yeah, it's Daniel Elliott.
Daniel Elliott, E-L-L-I-O-T?
Double T.
Oh, double T, sorry. And Daniel, D-A-N-I-E-L?
That's it.
Thank you. Can I just take a telephone number, please, in case we're disconnected?
Yeah, 075.
No problem. How is that? Can I help you today, Mr. Elliott?
I'm an internet marketer, and a lot of people that follow me online ask me to look into various companies to see whether they're legitimate or not. I've come across a company which I believe is fraudulent. They've actually got a fraudulent certificate on their site, and which I've spoken to the supposed issuer of the certificate, who has agreed that it is fraudulent.
Okay. And what kind of certificate is this?
Basically, the company is called Roly Investment. They have on their website a certificate which actually suggests it's from Companies House, which is an investment license to operate. Now I know Companies House don't give certificates.
Yeah.
And there's spelling mistakes on the certificate as well, but it's got their seal of registrar of companies on there and their logo, etc. And I've spoken to Companies House.
Yeah.
They've said that they've admitted openly that they don't give certificates for anything, which I knew anyway.
Yeah.
They don't seem to be too bothered that somebody's using their name and logo on a fraudulent certificate. I've spoken to the FCA just before calling you as well, and the company is not listed with them, and they had a look at the certificate and basically laughed and said that I should call you.
Okay. So this company, is this one that you deal with yourself, or did you get this passed on to you?
It was passed on to me by one of my followers online.
Okay. Okay, I'm assuming they've asked to confirm with yourself if it's a genuine company and if they should invest with them?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what we do here at Action Fraud is we make reports on behalf of the police for any fraud committed in the UK.
Okay.
Now, as you're not inviting yourself, you're just passing information over, I can certainly make a report based on this company, but it'd just be for information purposes only. Do you know of anyone who has actually invested with this company at all?
I don't know anybody personally who's put money in. They do suggest on their website that they've taken hundreds of thousands of pounds worth of investments from people, but I don't know anybody personally.
Okay, that's fine. So as I said, it's certainly something that we can report for you, but it would be just for information purposes only, which can't be investigated as you're not the actual victim.
Okay.
But if you do come across anyone through your followers who has actually invested in this company, and we even just ask if you could put out some feelers to see if anyone does reply. If you could encourage them to give us a call so we can make as many reports as we can about this group.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you said it was Roly Investments, is it ROLLING?
No, Roly, ROLY.
Roly, ROLY, sorry.
Yeah.
ROLY. And what kind of investment do they offer? Is it like financial investment, property?
It's financial investment. On Companies House, their profile on Companies House says that they're a financial service. Basically, and I know this is very difficult for anybody because of the unregulated nature of cryptocurrencies, but it's basically a company that are offering people huge returns on investments of bitcoins. So it's a HIP.
Okay, Bitcoin investment.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you bear with me a few seconds, I'm just taking up what you've said so far.
That's fine.
And I'll take as much information about this company as I can, and we'll run through a report with you.
Of course.
I do apologise for the quiet, it's just me typing this up for you.
That's fine. Excuse me.
So they say that they're FCA registered and have a
They don't-
likeness certificate.
They don't say that they're FCA registered. They have a certificate. Do you have access to? Can you access outside internet on your system?
No.
Okay.
No, unfortunately not.
Well, basically, the website is roly-investment.org.
Roly.
Yeah, ROLY investment.org.
.org.
Yeah, and on their website they have a certificate which has the Companies House logo, and it basically says that it's an investment license to operate, which is grammatically incorrect anyway. The certificate also has spelling mistakes, which is what also drew me to conclude that it's a pile of crap, excuse me French.
Yeah.
But it's basically they're trying to suggest that they've been given authority to act as investment services when they haven't. A lot of people would fall for it. Luckily, I'm a bit more savvy than some people, but I cannot just sort of sit by and let people lose money. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Is it sorry? During your investigations, is there anything else that you've came across that's kind of proves that they're fake?
I haven't tried ringing them yet. I was going to try ringing them, but the addresses that they've given do not sort of correspond to a company that would be dealing with such investments. There's two addresses. One is in Manchester, and one is in Preston. I cannot seem to find a record of this company at the address on their website. And the address that's given as a correspondence address is it's a residential area.
Okay. What's the address they've given?
On the website, it's 48 Kennedy Street. It's 48 Kennedy Street, Kennedy. It's Manchester, M2 4 Bravo, Quebec.
M2 4BQ.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said there was another address as well?
Yeah, which is 70
70, yeah.
Tulketh Road. It's TULKETH.
Tulketh Road.
Yeah, Preston. Papa Romeo 2. 1 Alpha, Quebec.
Papa Romeo 2, 1 Alpha, Quebec.
Yep.
So that's Tango Uniform Lima, Kilo Echo Tango Hotel.
Tango Uniform Lima, Kilo Echo Tango. Yes, that's it.
Okay. Is there a telephone number or email address for this company?
Yeah, bear with me. The telephone number I've got is 0192
0192
338
338
1096.
1096.
Email address, let me have a look here. The email address that I've got is info@roly-investment.org.
Okay. Info at Roly, R-O-L-Y, hyphen investment.org.
.org, yeah.
Okay.
The company director that I have here is somebody called Daniel Warner.
Can you spell the last name for me, please?
Warner.
Warner, W-A-R-N-E-R.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's supposed to be the director?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Any other names mentioned on the website at all, or?
There are, I think, but they don't seem to be UK based. He seems to be the only one based in the UK.
Okay. Okay, is there any other information you've got there that we can add to the report for you?
I don't think there's anything else at the moment. I'm just having another quick look through. That seems to be it at the moment, I think.
Okay. And on any of the social media pages, is there any mention of people commenting about them or anything like that?
There's a few. Most of them seem to be excuse me, foreign, so I can't understand what they're writing.
Yeah.
As I say, I mean, being an internet marketer, I've got people around the world that sort of come to me for information on various businesses, and I do this as often as I can to help people. And sometimes it's easy to prove that a company is fake, and sometimes it's a bit harder. But I wanted to, because of the simple fact that they've been so blatant in mocking up a fake certificate.
Yeah.
It's going to fool a lot of people, and I wanted to, first of all, verify that I was right through Companies House and FCA, and also I can't sit by and watch where people could potentially lose, a lot of money.
Yeah, of course. Now, I don't know anything by contacting ourselves. If you do come across anything like this in the future, you can always make a report with us as well. Next is suspect details. So we'll start with this Daniel Warner. Is there any indication on line of age group for him at all?
Date of birth November 78.
Okay. Just sometime in November. It doesn't say a day, no?
No, it doesn't say a date. I've tried to find him on social media to try and link the Daniel Warners that I found with this particular company, and I can't seem to find, as you would expect anyway, but I can't seem to find anyone who is connected with the company with that name.
Okay. Okay, so they 39 at the moment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 39 this year, I think, wouldn't it?
I'm just putting in these addresses, so I'll start with the Manchester address and I'll put the other one in the company information.
Okay. Well, the correspondence address is 70 Tolkith Road, but the address on the website is the Manchester address.
Okay. Is there any direct correspondence to him?
No.
Way to contact him?
No, I haven't yet, no. I was looking at giving them a ring on their phone number on their website after speaking to you.
Okay. I would suggest just not to contact them just for your own safety more than anything else.
Right.
It's just the suggestion we always put through for people just not to contact any of these companies. Mr. Warner's details, but I'm just putting in the actual company information now. Sorry, almost finished here.
That's fine.
Is there a fax number for them at all?
Not that I've found, no.
Okay. Do you know which county Preston comes under?
Which county, sorry?
Which county does Preston come under, do you know?
Manchester, I think.
Alright, so that's the suspect details put in. So when were you contacted about this group?
It was before the weekend, but I've not been able to do anything about it because nobody's been open to phone. So I've had to wait until today.
Okay, so sometime towards last week?
Yeah, it was between Wednesday and Friday. I had several people asking me.
Okay. And have you contacted the local police force at all?
I haven't, no.
No. Okay.
I have in the past about other things, and they just seem to don't really want to get involved because it's online.
Okay. So I'm trying not to hiccup, sorry.
That's fine.
With anything to do with fraud, it always has to come through ourselves first, as
Okay.
we don't have any ability to do anything until it's actually reported with us.
Right.
So it'll go from here to the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau,
Okay.
and they're the ones who make all the decisions about what happens next. In regards to Companies House or the FCA, did any of them give you a reference number at all?
They didn't know.
We're on to the very last section. Okay. Now, I've just submitted the reports. As I said, this will go to the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau, but it will be for information purposes only, so it won't be investigated at this stage. If you can encourage anyone else who contacts you to make their own reports with us,
Yeah.
particularly if they have actually invested money with this company.
Okay. Well, I'm in the process of making a video anyway, with regards to this particular company. So what will happen is once I put that out, I will also be asking people that have invested to contact me directly, and then I can sort of try and help people in that respect.
Sure.
But I can then also get them to take further action themselves.
Yeah, so if you could promote our telephone number and our website on there. Do you have a copy of the website?
Yeah, I've got I've just closed it, but I've got the website there anyway, so.
Okay. Yeah, so if you could promote that through, and what I'm also going to do is there's been a few people that have contacted you, also potentially could have invested with this group. I'm going to quickly flag this up to one of my team leaders as well, just so we can keep an eye for any reports that might be coming in.
Okay.
So I've got your reference number here. Do you have a pen and paper handy?
I record everything I do anyway, so you can speak it and it'll get recorded and I'll come back to it.
Sure. Okay. Could you repeat that back for me if you have it?
Yeah, it's, as I say, it's recorded. It's recorded to come back to, so.
Okay, that's no problem. So this report now been put through for you. Do you have any questions for me, Thomas Elliott?
No, I don't have any questions. I don't think. I don't know if you'd be able to answer. I did ask the FCA. I understand that that Bitcoin is unregulated in nature, as all cryptocurrencies are. So it's very difficult for anybody to do anything about it in that respect. But with regards to companies that offer investment opportunities, be it Bitcoin, stocks, Forex, whatever it might be, do you have any idea if there's anything in the pipeline that's going to help to regulate that particular kind of company, to stop these scams from popping up?
Unfortunately, it's not really something we get updates on. So I really don't know. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. And do you have you got any other advice that you might be able to give that I can pass on to the people that?
Yeah, well, there's a couple of websites that we normally give out that give you some information on various online frauds, what to do in regards to keep yourself protected against them and what to watch out for.
Okay.
I can give you a copy of those if you want to promote those as well.
Yeah, please.
So the first one is avoidance to avoid online scams. So that's
Yeah.
www.avoidonlinescams.net, N-E-T.
Okay.
And then the other one, this is more suited for keeping yourself physically protected through antivirus, password protection, that kind of thing.
Okay.
It does have a bit of online fraud information on there as well. But it's www.getsafeonline.
Yeah. Getsafeonline.
Yeah, .org.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's two of the main websites we promote out, just for people to kind of keep an eye for what's out there on the internet, and just to kind of keep people protected. Is there anything else I can do for you just now, sir?
No, that's absolutely fine. You've been brilliant, really helpful.
Mm-hmm. You're more than welcome. Well, thank you much for calling Action Forward, and I hope you have a nice afternoon, sir.
Thank you. You too. Thanks very much.
Thanks, bye.
Bye bye. Okay, so that's Roly Investment now reported. He did say that because I haven't been the victim of fraud myself, that the report will be just that, a report. It won't be an investigation at this time, unless we can find people who have invested into this business and or have not received their money back yet. I think it's important to say that if you have invested in Roly Investment, I think that you should withdraw your money as quickly as possible. If you have to take a small hit if you can't withdraw all of it for whatever terms and conditions that the website may imply, then I think that you should do just that. I think that you should take that small hit now rather than wait until later where potentially you're going to lose everything. Now the company, regardless to whether they're paying at the moment or not, because all companies will pay to start with, because that's how they build momentum, that's how they get more people to join. They will pay everybody to start with, maybe for a month or two, everybody will get paid, and then all of a sudden there'll be problems or they'll just disappear. Okay, but by that point, because the initial people have earned some money, they're gonna be promoting it, and they're gonna be, come on guys, let's get involved and let's make loads of money. That's when the company rub their hands together. Okay, they build up a huge influx of new people over a short period of time, and they take that money and they run away. Okay, and there is literally nothing you can do about it once it's happened. Okay, you will not get the money back. And I, as a responsible network marketer, internet marketer, I cannot sit by and watch people get involved in businesses that I think are scam. And the simple fact is, this company have a trading license which, number one, Companies House have already confirmed they don't give out. Number two, has grammatical errors, and they can't spell. Okay. And number three, the Financial Conduct Authority do not regulate the business. Now, if the business is not regulated, then why are they saying that they are? Okay. And why have they made the mistake of faking a document that doesn't exist? Now, I've just been told by the Action Fraud not to give them a ring for my own safety. But if you know me, I don't really care. So, I'm going to ring them. And we're going to see if we can get through to somebody and ask them about their fake certificate.
We're sorry, but there's currently no one available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone, and we'll get back to you.
Okay. No telephone. Nobody answering the telephone. So, but yet it says that that they're online. So let me see if anybody here. Right, so let me see if somebody responds to that question. I wish to speak to the company via telephone. Please provide times when the operators are available to answer telephone calls. I've just tried and got an answer phone. Thank you. So let's see if we get a response. I'm not quite sure if we will. I will show you. I did on Facebook a couple of days ago. It might have been yesterday, early hours, or it might have been the day before. I can't remember now, but we'll have a look. I did go to their Facebook page and leave a comment on their Facebook page, which I'll show you now, because again, I want to show people the lengths that I go to try and protect you guys. So this is Roly Investment Limited. Okay. Okay, so here is my post yesterday. Oh, it was yesterday afternoon. Okay, I've been trying to get a reply from your online support, but even after greeting me, they have failed to respond to my question, so I will ask here. I am interested in your business platform, but as always I wish to conduct my own due diligence before parting with any funds. Can you tell me who you're registered with as an investment company? Here in the UK it would be the Financial Conduct Authority, and in the US I believe it would be the SEC. Can you provide that information? I do see a certificate on your main page that you call a trading license, but it does not say which organisation authorised the license. Now, you can see there that I haven't given away any information that I'm looking into them, investigating this company or anything like that. I simply asked them a question. I've told them that I'm interested, because if you give them any other information that other than that you're interested in giving them some money, they're very unlikely to give you any information. However, I've not had a response, and in fact there's not been an update for the past 14 days, 13 days. Oh, somebody's replied. Regularly during our working hours. Okay. The number is a UK number, and regular working hours here in the UK is between 9 AM and 5 PM. What are your regular working hours? Okay. So let me see if somebody responds to that. I don't know if they will, but we'll find out. Anyway, so Roly Investment, scam or not, I think I've proved my point. Now, let me explain as well that there is not a great deal of people promoting this at the moment. I think I said that at the beginning of the video, but there is not a lot of people promoting it at the moment. They're a relatively new company, a relatively new website. They're offering all sorts of, shiny objects which people fall for, and unfortunately people lose money ultimately from it. So my opinion is that it is a complete scam. It is a complete scam. You've heard my phone calls to the organisations that deal with company registration, financial services registration, action fraud as well, and Roly Investment don't want to answer my call, and nobody seems to be responding. But what I will do during the process of editing this, if I do manage to get through to them on the telephone, I will record that conversation as well, and that will be at the end of this video. Anyway, guys, I appreciate that this has been a relatively long video yet again, and I know some of you don't like to sit here and watch the whole video, but you know what? This is why people get scammed, because they don't pay attention. Okay, now I'm not suggesting that, I am suggesting that a lot of people don't actually pay attention to the evidence that is put forward. Okay, they'll watch 10 minutes or 5 minutes, 2 minutes of the video, and then they'll go off. Okay, and without knowing the full extent of what is happening, it's very difficult to make a decision, a competent decision on what to do, how to move forward. I would suggest that if you have been a victim of Roly Investment, if you have placed money in Roly Investment, I advise you to remove it as soon as possible. I advise you to tell anybody that you may have referred to Roly Investment to withdraw it as soon as possible, and to find another program to invest in, to help you become financially free, which is why you're looking for these particular businesses. But stop, for God's sake, stop being fooled, and get over the shiny object syndrome. Okay, something new comes out, offers you returns that are ridiculous. Okay, how can a company seriously operate long term when it offers investment returns such as Roly Investments? Okay, even if they're investing and making money, okay, they cannot afford, they cannot maintain that level of payout for a long period of time. So some people say get in and get out quickly, get in, invest, get your money back quickly and get out. I personally don't suggest that. Okay, it's up to you what you want to do, but personally I say stay well clear of hypes. Okay, even if you think you can get in and get out quick enough, you might do once or twice. Okay, but then it's going to hit you. Okay, one's going to come along that you're going to invest more money than you can afford and you're going to lose it. Okay, and it's going to be your own fault for not paying attention, for not doing your due diligence, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt you and it's going to hurt your families, and that's what you've got to think about. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for taking the time to watch this. I hope this has been of some use to you. I appreciate the fact that you follow me, and a lot of you come to me for advice and information. If there is a company that you are looking to invest in, I cannot investigate them all. I have other things that take up a lot of my time. At the moment I have my own business that takes up an extraordinary amount of time, but if I receive requests to look into a business individually, I don't have the time to do that. If I receive, say, 5, 6, 7 requests in a short period of time for the same business, then I will look into it. I will make the time and look into that, and I will show you my evidence on that particular company and what I think of it. I appreciate the fact that you, please can you write us an email with your phone number? What? Remember, always be polite. So always say please and thank you. Right, I don't see why I should give them my phone number when they've got a phone number on their website for people to call. So there is my excuse as to why I won't give my number, and I won't give my number to just anybody because there's no point, there's no need. So when I phone, I don't bother. Generally, I don't 141 my number, so I don't hide my phone number when I call people. I don't see the point. But I'm not giving my number out willy-nilly. So anyway, thank you once again for watching for the 3rd time or 4th time. Obviously, the fact that you come to my video or follow me online for my views I appreciate that, and I hope that I'm giving you value still. And I hope that that my reviews help you to stay safe online. At the end of this video, there are some links to websites in the UK that can help protect you against fraud and scams online. Please take a look at those websites. Even if you're in another country, you can still contact these particular organisations via email. Some of them may have online chat, but you can still contact them and you can still get help and advice. If you come across a company that has scammed you or is in the process of scamming you, please let me know. I will do everything I can to expose that company, and with your help we can expose more companies. But if it's a company that you're looking at joining, I can only investigate those particular businesses and companies if I have a substantial amount of people contact me in a short amount of time, as it does take me away from other projects that I'm working on. But yeah, there we go. Anyway, if you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave comments in below as well if you've got any questions about what you've seen here. I will be only too happy to respond to as many of you as possible. If you're thinking about putting a link in the bottom in the comments, please don't, because you will just be removed, and all of your comments will be blocked from my YouTube page. So there we go. Take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and let's work together to help each other stay safe online, because at the end of the day we're all here to be profitable. Okay, we're not here to lose money. So if you come across something that you think I should take a look at, let me know. Thanks once again. Take care, guys.